guess what we're going to be talking about today?
I've been living and loving, paying the bills, keeping things real, man, you know the deal. But when it's time for me to unwind, I gotta go someplace where the sun can shine. And there ain't no better place than out in the country. There's gold in them hills and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see, you can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills and I've got the fever.
Today we're going to be dry washing for some gold. Hey, well, welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. I'm Jack Tucker. I'm out here in the Arizona desert, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of dry washing. I'm in a wash. I'm going to show you why I'm going to dig in a particular area for where I'm going to run my material at. But we'll talk about dry washers. I'll show you some of the different types of dry washers and their functions and all of that. And that's what we're going to do today. So, hey, I sure appreciate you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. So let's just do us a little bit of dry washing today. You can see where I started picking some of this material down right here. This is all this kind of bedrock that's just breaking apart. This here's just coming apart real easy, and it just picks on down. And there's also, if you've noticed, there's three washes. There's a feeder wash coming here. Here's the main wash right here, and there's the main wash right here. And they're all coming together kind of right here in this pile right here. And they're hitting this bedrock right here. And then it continues on down. So see bedrock again right here. So all that gold, heavy gold, by the time it gets from there down over to here, should get trapped in some of these rocks and this bedrock. So I'm going to pick all this stuff apart and hopefully I can get me some gold. You do have in this area too, see, these are trumpet plants. You hear me talk about them all the time. There's no really good ones there, but these are your Arizona or desert trumpet plants, not just in Arizona, but in the desert. Desert trumpet plants. They like to grow in highly mineralized soil. And I was just trying to see if I could find a good one here. These were all trumpets, but they get a pretty big bulb on them. But I don't see any good ones in there, so don't worry about that. See, other people have been in here doing some serious digging too. This is all dry wash tailings right here and right there. And somebody's dug them a big hole right there. There's another little feeder wash coming out right there. And somebody's done some digging right there too. So never know what they got out of here. But that's where I'm going to dig right there. I am on a private mining claim. This is Gold Fever Prospecting Club. I'll give you a link down below in case you want more information about that club. I'll send you to that website. But it's only probably about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's probably about, maybe 55 degrees maybe. The sun has just came up not too long ago, so it's going to get warm fairly quickly today. But I'm going to run a little bit and see if I get any gold. But let's talk about these dry washers. And you never know who flies overhead. Okay, I've got, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 dry washers here. These all happen to be Keene Dry Washers. Keene's a pretty good company. They make some decent products. But just to show you now the different types. This one here runs on a blower like this here. This here's a leaf blower. And what this does, it has the holes. It pushes the air out and up into this box. And then there's a fan in here. And this fan, this air going in there spins this fan. And also, there's a counterweight on here. So as that fan is spinning, it throws it out of balance, and that's what causes the shaking action. So basically what's happening here, you got your cloth right here. So the air is getting pushed up into the box. So as the air is getting pushed up into the box, it's helping that heavy gold settle out. And then, of course, the vibration is settling it to the bottom. So basically, air is putting everything in suspension, and then the vibration is settling out to the bottom. If you notice on a dry washer, your riffles are backwards compared to that on a sluice box. And that's because as it's traveling down, the gold is heavy, it gets caught in front of all of these riffles right here. So that is that type of dry washer. This is just a little small one. This is just perfect for one little person, backpackable to take on out there and go do a little bit of prospecting or finding some gold. This one here is the mini. There's a bigger model of this here one. This is what they call a dustless dry washer. Dustless, not dustless, just dustless. It keeps everything inside the box. Basically, same principle. There's a fan in there that's vibrating and blowing air up into the box, but it just contains everything into the box right in here. Same principle, basically. This one here is a bellows type of dry washer. This one I'm going to be using today. It runs on a 12-volt battery. I'll get back to this one here in a moment. And this one here is Keene's big one. I think this is a 151. Same style as the smaller one. It's got the fan in there, blows air. The only difference is, since this is such a big box, you got to have a lot of air in there. So this takes a big boy motor to get some air put up in there. This one's ideal for a couple of people. One can be shoveling dirt up in there. The other person can be wiping it all down. I want to show you how this bellows type works here. See, this has flaps down here. All right, there, that's air up and in. So you got a pulley system on there, and the battery is causing this to go around. And so as this bellows collapses, it brings air into the box, and then it forces the air up inside over your tray here. Same thing, your riffles are backwards. But this is the bellows top. Bellows tend to be a little more steeper because they don't have that constant air moving the material down. So bellows kind of pumps it down. Poof, poof, poof. They're a little more quieter. They're not as dusty. Like I say, they run on a 12-volt, where the other ones take gas. And you know the price of gas nowadays? That's worth more than the gold is. So I like to run it on 12-volt. I like the bellows. See that all of these here, they all have half-inch screens up on top, so anything smaller than a half-inch is falling through and going down over the riffles. Everything larger than a half-inch is sloughing off over into the pile there. This is what I was talking about. This goes up and down here as this rotates, and that box opens and closes right there, and that's what brings air up into the box and then forces it into the box. Dry washers are probably not the most efficient way to get gold, but they work. Out here in the desert, we have lack of water. There is no water, basically. So dry washers are about the only way you're going to separate that gold from that material. So dry washers are very efficient out here, and they work wherever the dirt's dry at. Back east, you get back on the East Coast, some places, it's a little damp. And once you get high humidity or something like that, generally the material is more wetter and they generally don't work. But out here on the West Coast, these dry washers are a dream. Yeah. And like material, you can grab it. I should have gloves on, but grab the material and you squeeze it together. If it clumps, it's a little damp. But this just breaks apart, so this is perfect to run. It's nice and dry. Now also, as I was walking up through this wash, I noticed lots of pieces of magnetite. Look right here. Look at this. This is magnetite. That's iron. Some people sometimes mistake these as meteorites. See that sticks to that magnet? That's magnetite. If it didn't stick, it would be hematite. But this is basically your black sands. So these in the wash are pretty cool to find because that means these are heavy. And these are dropping out, and where these drop out at, the gold should be dropping out as well. There's more of that magnetite. They're all through here. It's everywhere in here, but that's good signs. I like to see that type of stuff. I like to see it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Plus this deteriorated granites and quartz mixture. You can see all the stringer veins running through here. It's loaded with little quartz stringer veins. Any one of them can contain a little bit of gold. Any one of them. It's just all breaking apart. Now that vacuum I had, if you were just out here busting this bedrock apart, you could just vacuum this stuff up here and then run it or go pan it or run it through a wet system if you wanted to. Just vacuum it and then take it back and run it. But that's all full of, see all this? That's all this bedrock. So everything's coming down is getting lodged into this bedrock right here. Well, it's starting to warm up here, so I better get to picking and stop jaw-jacking here. So let's do some picking and some shoveling. Picking and grinning. We'll grin later on if we find some gold, but I better get busy. Probably should have a pair of gloves on doing this. You can get some scorpions, some cactuses in your fingers. I got gloves in the truck. I should be getting them. How nice red that dirt is. Iron. I think that's good enough for a little test sample. I do a little bit of work there. Here for it. Here has just a thumb screw at the bottom down here that you take out. These get lost a lot, so I like to just plant that on my battery so I know where it's at. Let's go pan it out. Better save a little bit of water. Classified this down first. I probably should have classified it first. Anyway, to lift this up, I'm gonna stick my foot up underneath it. I was going to use a safety pan, but maybe I'll just a sample anyway. Playing in the mud. Playing in the mud. I knew I always enjoyed playing in the mud. Fairly quick. That's just a test sample. It's just a test sample. See all those big black rocks? Look at all big black rocks, big black sands. Big black sands. Chunky gold, chunky gold. Chunky black sands, chunky gold. Let's take a peek. Oh, look at that. That's gold. See that? It's gold. There's gold. There's gold. Look at it all. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Lots of gold. Lots of gold in there. Lots of gold in there. Lots of gold in there. Okay. Whew. Well, so the little test sample told me that there's gold there. So you know what I got to do? I got to go back to work and do some more. Do another run. Okay. I just ran another little run. This box clean out for a moment. Now I'll go pan this out, see if there's any more gold in there. I did a nice little run. See, I even filled my hole back in too. And it is important afterwards that you run your metal detector over your tailings and your spill piles, because you never know. See, I've dug that down a foot or so, so I want to run the detector over that, and I also want to run it over this. But first, let me go ahead and clean this trays out, put all this machines back in the truck, and then I go pan this stuff out. Well, everything's all packed, scour the area, didn't leave anything. It's always important. And I metal detected my piles, didn't find anything in there either. So time now to head on back up out of here. Okay, dokie. Let's see what's in this one. Sands again. Tons of black sands. Okay, let's take a little peek. Look at all that black sands, chunky black sands. Look at it all. Wouldn't that be nice if that was a nice little piece of gold? Big old nugget right there. Well, there's gold right there, see? Well, there's gold. I'll put it all together and show you. Take this down a little bit more. That wasn't as long a run as the other one. That was only about 4 shovelfuls, maybe a little more. Okay, there's everything combined. Kind of see it a little more bedded now. Not a lot, but it's gold. Not a lot, but it's gold. It's all gold. It all adds up. Pretty, pretty, pretty yellow gold. Well, you know, that's really not bad gold for that little bit of dry washing I did. That means there's gold in that bank. Might be a little smaller than for a metal detector to pick up, but there's still gold there. So anyways, I think maybe I'll go do me a little bit of metal detecting now. But anyways, I want to thank you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. Sure appreciate all you guys and all your support. So get out there and get yourself some of that little bit of that yellow gold. So you know what they say, until our paths cross again. You guys all take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching.
Like living and loving, paying the bills, keeping things real, man, you know the deal. But when it's time for me to unwind, I gotta go someplace where the sun can shine, and there ain't no better place than out in the country. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you lose control. Well, there's gold in them hills, and I've got the fever. And there ain't no other place that I'd rather be. My friends come down and enjoy hanging out, and the kids are knee deep in the sand by the creek. Yeah, we're chasing the dog, let's put another log on the fire. There's times like these that make it all worth the while to me. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see. You can't believe how the color of gold makes you stars, singing about the nugget I've been dreaming about. And I say even the picture of it weighed 5 pounds, and it's right under the next rock, I do believe. There's gold in them hills, and I'm gonna find it. It's a sight to see, you can't believe how they